Hello, I'm Captain Clever, and this is a video tutorial detailing how to speedrun Wolfenstein 3D, Episode 2, Operation Eisenfaust, on the hardest difficulty, I Am Death Incarnate. We're just trying to beat the episode as fast as possible. You can call it any percent if you want. I run this in DOSBox. I use max cycles to play this game. I would highly recommend using 100% max cycles to run this game. Otherwise, nothing else really matters, so let's just go ahead and get right on to playing the game. As with these tutorials, in case I need to go back to a level or something, I always just turn on the debug mode just to make it simple. So, Episode 2 is notable for two main reasons, especially in the speedrun. One, we have zombies to deal with. They're known as mutants, but I'm just going to call them zombies. Zombies are difficult for two reasons. The first is that they are completely silent. You'll never know when they wake up. This isn't too bad in the speedrun because you generally know where all the zombies are anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But the second reason, and far more important, is that zombies have no time to wind up their attack. When you're dealing with, the guard, it takes forever for him to pull out his gun and shoot it. The officers are a lot faster, of course, but zombies just, when they want to attack you, they attack you, and that's that, and they'll deal the same damage as everybody else. It's pretty rough. The other main thing that is annoying about this speedrun is that the boss has an absurd amount of health, and there isn't any quick ammo to grab once you run out, and you will very likely run out, if not twice sometimes. This guy has more HP, in fact, than both forms of Hitler that you would be fighting in Episode 3. So, let's go ahead and take a look at Operation Eisenfaust. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, just as always. And I'm not a German speaker, so yes. Anyway, as you will expect, with the rest of these episodes and all that, I covered in Episode 1 basic mechanics and stuff, so I won't do so here, but just to get an idea, remember that we're using vertical mouse movement to boost ourselves in addition to our normal speed. For instance, this is our normal walk speed, and this is it boosted with vertical mouse movement. So it's not an enormous difference, but it adds up well, it is, I would call it quite significant, and I'm sure I went over that a lot, but yes. It's significant enough that you should be using it whenever you can. I used to run this game, before and stuff, but without it. But it's definitely faster. So, when we start this episode off, we want to go into this room, grab the gun, grab all the ammo, and move on to the exit. This level's kind of funny because you can go directly to the exit, and as usual, I will kind of try to point out directional stuff. So we go straight on, over to the back, collect the thing, and now we take a right, leaving the door to go over here. Take our first right, then we'll want to go from here another right. I guess I'll show it without strafing. Normally when we go through this section we just strafe it because it's the same. So, but from here we just take that first right and then the first left. Don't go to the blue, obviously. And then from here it's just straight onto the door that we want to go to. Now, this room is pretty nasty. When you first start running this game, you will probably do what I show here, which is open the door and just start killing everybody, because there are 8 zombies in this room, and they're kind of nasty, and you want to make sure that you actually get through and stuff, so you just kill them. I think that was 8. Yeah, okay. You can count, I'm not great at counting, but you can count if you want. So that's one way to approach this room, and there's nobody in here, so you can just go straight. The other way, and in fact, you can do this without collecting even the gun, and the segmented run, in fact, it does this. But what you'll want to do is try to get past all 8 of those zombies. Now, that might sound completely suicidal, and it's not a perfectly consistent trick, so be expected to have to do this level over. But it saves a lot of time over killing the zombies. And sometimes it's not even that much of a health drain, to be honest. So what you'll want to do is when you open the door, you'll take a step back to the left. That'll manipulate the zombie that can see you over to the left. And from there, we'll want to move ourselves into the room, hug the right wall, grab the food as we go, and then enter the elevator as soon as possible. So, as always, using your strafe dodge strats in order to reduce the chances of the enemy hitting you. So let's see if I can get this. manipulated him over to the left, and in we go. So that was a lot of damage. It is possible to go through that section with very little damage taken. Ugh. I almost didn't get hit with a big shot, but let me just see if I can eventually show this. Come on. There we go. I've gotten through here, and in fact, I think on my current PB, I got through here with, you know... Gosh, come on, get in there. It's so annoying. But surviving here at all is pretty significant, and in fact, you don't absolutely need the health. Dang, he was right next door. You don't need the health for the next level that much. There we go. 50% is quite good. So I'll just play it at that. But that's an idea of the first level. And as I mentioned, you don't need the gun in order to make that level work out in the way I just showed. However, if you don't take that, you have to deal with this level for a fair amount of time without this gun. And it's a lot better to just go through and go quickly and stuff. So now we're at level 2. And, well, okay, just to make it clear, I don't believe that the time save for not grabbing the gun in the first level, and especially grabbing all this extra ammo, is worth it when you have to go to the second level with almost no ammo and no rapid-fire gun. So, yeah, just to put that out there. But feel free if you want to try any of those 3 possibilities, grabbing the gun and killing him, grabbing the gun and leaving, or not grabbing the gun and leaving. So you can get like 7-8 seconds. But okay, so level 2. Level 2 is pretty straightforward. You just want to go fast, but as with many straightforward Wolfenstein 3D levels, it's a bit of a maze. So let's go through it. As I pass over here and go to the other side, there's going to be a zombie, which is why I've kind of been ignoring that. But just go ahead and kill the zombie. This looks like a dead end. It's not. In fact, if you just tried to go through the rest of the level, you'd find that there's nothing else to do. So we go through this red door. We go straight through this door. Kill these guys. There's 3 of them. Take the door on our left. Kill this guy. Take this door. I usually shoot as soon as I open that door just to wake up that guy, because otherwise he can get in the way. You know, if you're trying to go right here, he will block you just a little bit. So now we go into this door, shoot this guy. This is where you'd first collect your weapon if you were able to. So now we shoot this guy. There's another guy here, and I'll just put a quick save. But ideally, when you're going fast, you would have this door would already be open when you kill the first 2 guys. So you'd have the door open, grab the key, ignore the 3rd guy, and just head back out. So at this point, we're straight. Take our right to go to this door, and then straight on. This part isn't too bad. There's not too much maziness going on here. So now we want to take the brown door, so we can actually make use. And we just go through, and we go straight. There's other places over here, and there's other places over here. But we just want to go straight, which is kind of nice. So as soon as you open this door, shoot the guy. And you'll want to go to the left. Whoa, okay. So if you're going fast in this level, fast enough, you won't have that guy in the way, which, you know, threw me off a bit. So come on. So we'll just take care of him now. And then shoot him, and then we'll want to open up this secret. This secret contains 25 health, which is kind of nice. And it contains our chain gun. So we already have the chain gun. That's great. Finally, we can just go ahead and open this door. Usually what I do, I'll open this secret, and I'll also open this door. And as I'm grabbing the chain gun, I'll wake up the enemies. And that just kind of lures them out a bit so I can shoot them faster down and stuff. And that pretty much finishes up the level. Very straightforward. Look at that. Still under par with all of that discussion. But yes, this is the level where we collect the chain gun. And if you don't have a lot of health going into this level, you still won't have that much health coming out of it, because the 25% is really the only thing we collect. But it's not too bad. You really don't get hit that often in this level, especially if you actually have your machine gun. So moving right on to the 3rd level. Now, this level is kind of frustrating. This contains one of the, I would just say, in one of the more frustrating door tricks. It might not be the hardest, but it's very inconsistent because you don't actually know whether or not you got it. So what we do is we head through, and in fact there's a way to do door tricks on both of the doors in this level, but I spent a long time trying to figure it out. If you want to go ahead and take a look, you can look at Chemo's segmented run on SDA, but I found that it just kind of wasn't worth the time, especially when you're not necessarily coming into this level with a lot of health. So let's go ahead and And I guess really this is the reason that I like to collect ammo, is because we have to use a little bit of extra stuff here. Anyway, from here we just move on to this area. So we just head left and we go through to this door. Shoot this guy and immediately want to attack these 3 guys. There's actually 3 people behind us too. So there's a lot of enemies in that room. We will in fact be keeping half of those alive just so that they can perform the door tricks for us. But we're going to go ahead and grab the first key, which is in this room. So 3 SS, kind of annoying. But part of the reason we want to have so much ammo. So it's usually a guy around here. And from here we just want to go straight through. Hopefully there's still guards around. And at this point I'll just put another save. Okay, good. So now we got this guy, and now I'll explain the directions in a bit, but first off, we wait a few seconds and we hope that the guard was nice. And so he was. Okay. I'm gonna be a little careful here. Whoa, okay, 2 guys got in there. That figures. So once you get in here, it's kind of, it's safe. So we can get these 3 med packs. We can open this secret to get a bunch of ammo. I usually do this. If you have a really good run where you have a fair amount of ammo and good health, you don't have to, but I would recommend doing this in general. And my current PB, as I say this, does do that. So, but yes, this part's kind of frustrating. So now that I'm through this area and I have my first key, we just have these guys show up and we take the door on our right, and then we immediately go through this side and we just sit by this face. So, and then we wait. I usually wait like 4 or 5 seconds, and then I go in here just to be safe. If you really want to push this level, you can do a lot better than that, of course. But there you are. And if you can open that door as you're like moving through, not necessarily killing all the guards, but then we go to that level. So you might be wondering, well, what if I don't want to do that door trick? That looks dumb. Well, the reason I decide to do the door trick is because not doing the door trick requires us to do, is it? Yeah, it's over here. Requires us to do this section. This looks kind of okay, right? Nope. There are no less than 8 zombies in those walls, and they will not wake up until you pass them. So there's, not only is there a lot of time, there's a lot of potential for death there. There's a lot of time wasted, almost regardless of what you do. It's incredibly difficult, even with vertical mouse movement, to attempt to grab that key and go back. So, in fact, let me try it just to be sure. But even then, you'll probably be losing time trying to perform this. So, okay, well, I guess we got in, but it's still really dangerous, and you'll probably not have a lot of health for this section. And even then, it's kind of slow. So, and of course well, let's see if that worked out. There might have been a guy that just kind of snuck through. No? Okay, right. So usually I wait until that door starts to open. Of course now I'm being dumb, but usually I try to wait until the door starts, like they open the door, and then I rush through. It's a good indicator that you can get them where you want them to go, and then you just wait around here. So, if you're lucky with the doors coinciding, like opening and stuff, you might hear the door open in time, but I wouldn't bet on it. So just wait a few seconds, rush over. If you want to start going for really good times, you'll wait less. If you're wondering how the segmented run manages it, he actually kills a guy in this doorway, and that leaves this entire chamber open in time so that when he goes to shoot, it'll wake up those guards all the way over here, and so he'll know that it works. But, that's level 3. And like I said, it's good to collect all this extra stuff. Then you have an abundance of health and ammo for the next level. So, there we go. Floor 3 taken care of. Moving on to floor 4. This one's actually another pretty straightforward level. It's mostly a lot of really fast movement. If you notice, this area is very open. So, it's just kind of it's not quite a breather. There is a zombie pack we have to worry about, but for the most part, it's kind of a breather over the last level anyway. So we start by killing this guy, of course, and then we head over, and there's a lot of stuff here, as you can see. But we want to head over to the right side, and then just the rightmost door on facing, opposite, or facing us when we entered the level. I usually just strafe over to here immediately. Kill this guy. Kill this guy, but try to be quick because there's going to be a bunch of zombies that pop out and stuff, and you don't really want that to happen. So try to shoot a bit later to delay their stuff. So in we go, shoot this guy. You can even try to not shoot this guy, although it can be a bit rough if you don't. There's a guy on the way back here, and there's usually some dudes to shoot. And now we have this section. So there's going to be 7 zombies to watch out for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and... yes? 7. Okay, there we go. For the most part, they will be on the right side here, because they all woke up as soon as you shot that first zombie. And since you went on the right side here, they'll all be kind of hanging around here. So what I usually like to do is, I get through this part, I take a quick look over to the left, see if there's anybody around. If there isn't, I just start making my way to the right. Rarely you will have an enemy that's kind of hiding on the left side, but usually you're safe to just take the bed over on the left side. So yeah. So, okay. Oh yeah, I haven't really been mentioning good times for these levels. I'm sorry. I guess I'll talk about that when I take my run through in summary. I guess I'll just do that in general. But from here, now that we have both keys that we need, you'll notice that we haven't opened any doors yet. So we got our first key over there, we got our second key over here, and now we make our way kind of the mirror opposite of the last place. So we go to the left and we go to the leftmost door, just facing the back wall. And from here, we just follow through, take a right, I guess, to this section, and then just open the door in front of us. From here, we just want to go over to this section, kill the 3 SS in the way, open the next door, and exit the level. Now, there are some zombies over here. The odds of them actually hurting you are like none. If you need ammo or health, there's a little bit of ammo and a lot of health over here. So it can be worth killing them, but really, if you're going fast, don't worry about them and just head on through. So, yes, indeed. So, moving on to floor 5. Floor 5 benefits a lot from learning how to strafe run properly, because this level is, in fact, if you look at the map, a giant swastika. So, as you may expect, there are going to be 4 flag-like symbols from the center. And if you want to go fast in this level, because strafe running makes you go really fast, you want to make sure to take advantage of that as much as possible. Doesn't mean you're always going to get it. Goodness knows I'm not always perfect when I'm doing them, even in my good runs. But, you know, as soon as you enter the level, try to get the angle you want, and then just make your way over. So, let's go ahead to the center. Now, there's just a few guys in here, just kill them. Now, the order of this area is... well, I don't think it's completely vital, but we go to the right one first. And in my opinion, this is more important anyway for a certain reason that I'll touch as we leave it. But go to the right area. As we get to this flag area, flag side, whatever you want to call it, this part of this spoke, just kill all these guys as we go, and the door at the very end is what we're looking for. Bunch of zombies in here, just kill them off. There are in fact zombies on the very edges that you want to try to lure out as you're killing the other ones, to not make this go too slowly. But if you notice, there are quite a few. So we got, what, 7? Yeah, a lot of zombies. Now, if you don't have a lot of ammo for this section, it's very possible you might not. You want to make sure you get through this section with ammo if you can. If you can't, or if you're very low on ammo exiting this area, we can go into this room. This room contains a lot of ammo, and it also contains a chain gun, but whatever. You want to go through this part fast, because there are going to be guys that wake up if you're not too fast. So, from the red area, we go straight on to the blue area. I like to be strafing to the left. Actually, there's some guys. Okay, there's not. Sometimes these guys head back, by the way, so you got to be careful about that. But from here, we want to... whoa, okay, there we go. I thought he was going to pop out. But anyway, we want to strafe. I usually strafe to the left and open this secret, because sometimes you need to grab this on the way back. If you don't think you do, then go ahead and just kill all these guys and deal with these 2 later. But, dude, stop opening doors. Big pain in the butt. You don't want him waking up stuff, you know? Okay. Now, we don't quite go to the last door in this section. There's 2 pairs of door here, or a pair of doors here, and a pair of doors here. 2 pairs in total, but we want this pair of doors. I usually just start by shooting in this area. Shoot this first guy. Take care of these 2 guys. Gosh, really? That was dumb. Whatever. try that again. Okay, so kill these guys as we approach. Open things up. Wait till one of them opens. Okay, great. You want to wait a little bit to try to get the SS just out of the way and stuff. Alright. And here we go. So now that we have both keys, we make our left to the brown area, brown walls, and once again, strafing our way over. So from here we want to go to the second last door, not quite the last one, second last. You definitely want to make sure you have a decent amount of ammo and maybe health for this section, because there's a lot of guys in here. And you want to do your best to avoid them. As usual, always make sure you're dodging effectively. Whether or not that's back and forth with turning or strafing as you go, it's up to you. I personally prefer the back and forth in action combat, but take your pick. So that's that level. Floor 5 completed. Now floor 6. Floor 6 is a bit of a pain. In spite of there being door tricks that are kind of difficult, especially level 3, this level is often kind of considered a bit of a run killer because there's a lot of annoying stuff and it's a huge maze, so it's also easy to get lost when you're first learning this run. So usually what I like to do is start off this part. We do have some resources to our left, but I like to start by killing off the first 3 zombies here. There will be 2 more on the approach, and they'll be kind of going towards us as we go. But often when you kill the first 3 and then let the next 2 kind of make their way out, you lure them out properly so they're not hugging onto these walls. And then you just go ahead and grab this stuff. And from here we want to kill 2 more zombies. There's one over on this side and one on the opposite side. Once again, just making sure that you're swift in your attacks and whatnot. Now, there is a bit of a cache here. If you do find yourself desperate on health and ammo, and aren't too low so that you can handle those zombies, there is a bunch of stuff in here, especially on the health department. So if you feel like you need it, you can go ahead and grab that. Generally, you don't need to bother, but because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zombies. So it's kind of rough, but okay. So from the entrance, we take our right to go here. We take our left, and now we want to go right through this passage, and past the barrels we want to just take, well, there's no really other place to go, but we just take our left. And then from this door, we take another left. There's going to be 4 zombies in this room. Do your best to take care of them quickly. Sometimes they love to kind of hug towards the left or towards the right, and it takes a while to get rid of them. So just try to shoot as fast as you can. I like to poke my head in, especially if I have a decent amount of health, just to get them kind of moving, but sometimes you just gotta wait for the last one. Just how it is. So now from here we just go straight, and this is where it seems a bit confusing. We want to take a right and then go through a bunch of curvies and just go through this door. And we're finally out of the purple maze. It's great. And this place is one of those traps where you want to, if you try shooting this guy, suddenly there's a million other enemies approaching from the other doors. So just don't attack him. Grab the key, maybe bump him on the way out if you feel like it, and then go. There was a guy over here. Sometimes, depending on how quickly you are going through this level, he will be in the way, so just make sure to be ready to shoot him. And now we make our way back. So from this area, we want to take a right through the squiggly, take a left through the door, straight on through the door, take a right on this door, then we make our way no straight. We want to take a left here and take a right to this door. And now we can go straight on to the exit. And you'll know when you make it when you get to the blue. So have a bunch of guys to kill here. Again, if you do feel like you're low on health or ammo, there are some resources. I believe it's ammo on this side? Yeah, ammo on this side and health on this side. Although, yes, be aware there are guards in both areas, so you can grab these if you need to. Sometimes you do for this part, sometimes it's nicer, but this section's kind of annoying because we're going through a big room where there are a lot of guys in here. Enough to kind of wreck you, so not all of them wake up, so it's really not that big of a deal. But usually you just want to shoot this guy and make your way over to this side. Dang, that was some damage. Okay, let's try that again. And unfortunately, there's 2 guards on either side, so it makes it almost impossible to get through after you kill the SS. But from here, you'll notice there's 2 elevators. Don't pick this elevator. It's a big, giant death trap, and as far as I know, nothing in it. So take the elevator on your left. And there you go. That's level 6. Level 5 is fantastic because for whatever reason they decided to make this somewhat of a breather level after dealing with all those zombies and all that maze. So the entire level is more or less optional. And in fact is secret. So if, once again, as I always say, if you do find yourself lower in health or ammo, you can go into this room. There's a few guards. But if you're willing to go for resources, you're willing to sacrifice that time. So you can get health and ammo here if you want. I'm not going to bother. I'm pretty good. But from here, what you want to learn how to do is time your strafe or adjust your strafe angle. In fact, when I used to do this without vertical mouse movement, I would just use the hold on. Let's try this. You kind of learn the right angle, and then you just immediately go in and out, and that's good to go. When you got vertical mouse movement, you can kind of just go super fast anyway, so it's like whatever. But now we enter this room. This room's... hold on. So that was the key we needed. I'm going to just kill these guys because they're up and about, I think. Right? Yeah, there's only 2 of them anyway. So this is a breather of a level for players, but unfortunately for the speedrun it's kind of annoying because you want to go as fast as possible. However, there's the exit, right? There's 2 SS over here, and it's kind of annoying. And ideally, you want to not have to deal with them. So what you do is you bum rush the door, and you just hope that you don't take damage. And sometimes it doesn't work out. And sometimes, in fact, what you'd ideally like to do is have this guy move forward a little bit. Because by doing so, I forget if I talked about this, but if an enemy decides to kind of move forward when you're opening a door, instead of having to wait the entire time, you're immediately allowed to go through the door, or like go past that door, and that'll keep the enemies out of your hair for just a moment. So if you can get him, manipulate him to, well, it really doesn't matter. If he decides to shoot immediately, he decides to shoot. But if you can get him to go a little bit forward... Oop, come on, let's not kill ourselves here. If he ends up going a little bit forward, it just makes it more likely. But I'm not even sure if there's a particular way to make him or any of them really move forward instantly. But okay. Level 8. We're almost out of this. This episode really isn't that bad except for dealing with zombies and the boss. And I guess floor 3 door trick's kind of annoying. This level also has a door trick, but it's not nearly as annoying. It has a bit of a setup, kind of like episode 1, floor 7. So we enter through. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, hold on. I might have to. Let's start this level over again. Having health and ammo isn't too much of a deal. You'll collect a lot of ammo in this level if you want to, but let's go ahead and do some debug just real quick to make sure, because sometimes timing with the patrols and stuff is very important. So let's go ahead and take a look at the timing. So we go through here, and we want to manipulate this guard to move up and to the left if he can. And by doing so, when you rush into this corner, he will be manipulated to go back into the exact same spot he came from, and then go into the door. So, oops, that's no longer there. So you want to move really fast in this level. Okay. Okay, did he actually wake up? Yeah, he didn't even wake up in time. You want to, much like the one in episode 1... Dang it, I keep forgetting. Hold on. We'll just use the same health, and I will put a quick save to make this no longer be an issue. Okay. Should be good. Yeah, he went through. Okay. Sometimes you can't tell, just because of all the screaming. But there we go. There we go. Okay, and in he is. So as soon as he passes this door, that's kind of you're good to go. And then you get through here. Also, make sure this door stays open. We don't have a key for it. So that's pretty important. Alright. So this next area, and yeah, there's some more dudes. They're kind of an annoying bit when you're on the way back. Sometimes they'll take some pot shots at you. Just try your best to immediately exit. But okay, this next area is kind of annoying. There's a lot of guys in here. It doesn't look too bad, and then suddenly, oh man, there's a bunch of guys in here. I got really lucky. Why didn't you shoot? That's crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of guys in here. So what you want to do is just shoot, grab the key, and go. And that's it. The health is very tantalizing, very alluring. And if you're really, really fast and also moderately lucky, you can grab some of that without getting hit. But for the most part, you're not going to. So anyway, now we go back to the entrance, and from here we just take our left, go all the way down to the end of the hallway, try to strafe it. You might get stuck in the wall. That's so annoying when that happens. Anyway, this last area, again, it's like one SS, but then a bunch of guards. Sometimes you can get through here a little faster. Also beware of the final guard. So, yeah. And there we go. So this level just contains a bunch of groups of guards. It's not too bad. The door trick is just about manipulating that first guard to move towards you and away. Sometimes he doesn't go away, but I don't think that actually matters. I just found that was kind of the approach that I took. So let's go ahead to the boss level, and this is the level that's super duper annoying to deal with. First off, we need to make sure we have enough ammo for this part. There's no way you're getting through this level without enough ammo. The good news is that they've given us a lot of ammo. Almost more ammo than they give in any other episode, I would say. And for good reason. Well, at least in one given secret. But yeah, the boss, Dr. Scabs or Shobs or I don't know, whatever it is. It's kind of annoying. So what I do for this level is I often just hit this, open the door, wake these guys up, and then grab my ammo. Because at that point, they're a lot closer, and then you don't have to worry about them kind of bunching up on the left side too much. Alright, so there are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think? I'm not counting 8. Yeah, I'm not counting 8, whatever. I guess there were 8. Dang it, sometimes they just stick on that. But trust me when I say there are 8. And this is the boss room. Now, I have a very low health in this boss. The good news for that is that what you have to do, you don't have to worry about stupid hit scan like Hans Grosch or anything. Instead, we got to worry about projectiles, and that's almost worse because we have to dodge those in order to avoid them. Unlike with the insta-hit, which is just something that we've found ways to kind of just deal with it. And sometimes if you get lucky, you take almost no damage. But with this one, we have to avoid them because if we get hit, we take a lot of damage, and that's no good. So the good news is that there's a lot of health in this section. So if you do find yourself low, you can go ahead and grab that as you go to fight Shobs or Scabs. I'm just going to call them Scabs. Whatever. There's also a lot of health in this secret. So if you do find yourself really low and you're not going for super fast times yet, go ahead and grab some of this health. But okay. Let's go ahead and go through. I would like to go through this with relatively low health when I start it, though. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh man, look at that. So we haven't really talked much about zombies being jerks. And that's only because I've gotten to the point where I can deal with them. Because I've gotten to the point where I deal with every enemy in the best manner I can before they do anything evil. So, that's 5, 6, holy crap. And, come on, where's 8? There's 8. Gosh, what a pain. You want to try to get through that section without being too far below 99. This would be a good amount, for instance. Like I said, this guy's got a lot of HP, so we gotta worry about that. He's in the center area. What I like to do as an approach, either on the left or the right, I usually choose the left, is that I just head over here to start fighting him. And, yeah, we gotta fight him. Now, let me try to show it off now. He's got these things. These things actually deal a lot of damage, and when they kill you, they turn you into one of the zombies. So, do your best to avoid them. The good news is that it takes a long time for him to kind of wind up to throw. The bad news is that if he decides to throw, you know, before you leave the screen, or before you leave his sight, and then you go back on to the screen, he will totally throw that. In fact, he throws that no matter what, as long as he decides to throw. So, like, for instance, yeah, you can still hear the attack, even though it will totally hit the wall. So, at this point, we've run out of ammo, so we got to run back. grab as much as we can, hopefully 99, and at this point he should be in the central area. Now, dealing with this guy, what you usually want to do is just perform a strafe as you need to dodge, and then as soon as you're done doing the strafe, start shooting him and going back and forth. Like, I try to get as close to him as possible, and then back away and strafe a bit. And that's how I try to perform against him. In this area, you just kind of... you shoot him when you can. Dang it. You don't actually want him going out to that area yet. Because that means he has the potential to get closer to you. Which I guess could be better, but you'd rather be fighting him in the wide open area, in my opinion. Also, if you do have a little bit of health to spare, don't mind taking, you know, that extra shot if you need to. But then he goes down. If you notice, that took the 80 shots that I fired originally, and then another 80 just to kill him. But one more time. So do your best to avoid his scalpels. I think they're scalpels, or they're they're probably tranquilizer darts. Yeah, that's what they got. But yeah, if you want to grab the health, you can grab the health. Grab some amount of health. I think the max damage he can deal is close to 60. So if you have more than that, you know, you can take a shot. And there we go. And that's scabs. So he's annoying and stuff. But what are you gonna do? It's just how much HP the boss has. Sometimes if you're really unlucky or you've been missing a lot of shots because you have to dodge, you will have to do a second run back for ammo. But you know, it happens sometimes. So it's probably Shabs. I don't know. I'm just used to saying scabs because he's a fat, evil, swollen, putrid body, and it's just scab on humanity. Okay, so with that all out of the way, let's try to do the Wolf 3D runs when I have to try to show a complete run. It's kind of rough. They never really go that well. But okay, let's try to show it all. And I will be quick saving, you know, because dying in this run is a big deal, unlike, for instance, Commander Keen, where if you die, you go back to the start. If you die in this game, you lose your chain gun. It's a big deal. So, for the sake of trying to show a run that's kind of clean, I will do just a quick save. Probably at the beginning of each level, but maybe at certain other points just to make things go smooth. But I'd like to try to give you a good idea of a decent time through a level. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. And time starts as soon as you move, or at least as soon as you're allowed to move. For the sake of this, I'm just going to immediately hit the button as I go, but you basically tack off 3 seconds, so whatever. So let's get moving. Oh, hold on, we do it here, right. And in we go. Grab the guns, and make our way over here. So take the right and the left, or just use the strafe as I do. Take the left. All right, so that was an example of good stuff. And 13 seconds, 15's pretty decent. 12 is really good for that in particular. If you go without the gun entirely, you can get like 7 or 8 or something. But I honestly think those 5 seconds don't cut it for this part. So we go to the red area. We take our door on the left. Shoot here. Wake up that guy. All right, so let's try to shoot this guy. And we got through the door in time. Very nice. So we grab our key and we make it our way back. This one's not too mazy, so I won't make too much note of it. And we just go straight on in this area. If you feel like strafing, you can try to strafe, but, you know, it doesn't always work. So if we go fast enough, this guy's not too much in the way, so we don't deal with that guy over there. Oops, forgot to open the door as I did that, but whatever. It's not incredibly important. Sometimes you just kill them anyway. So there we go. 51, under 50 seconds is good. Low 50s are quite good. Oh, crap. Well, I guess I'm just going to go with that. Let's get our saves going so I don't have to worry too much anymore. Can we, like, kill you? That'd be great. Okay, so ignore the 3 over... Try your best to ignore the 3. I actually had good health, but unfortunately now I don't. So, shoot these 3. Ignore the others. They are not being nice. Come on. Come on. Do the dodges as soon as you can. Oh man, 3%? That's not great. Let's try to survive it. Get in there! There's almost always some guys here, so I'm going to save it just to be safe myself. And they should be making it good. In we go. I'm going to look on my timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think I actually heard one, but you never know. And good. Okay, yeah, of course it was from behind. So that's another problem you got to worry about, too, is the guy from behind. Okay. Maybe, I mean, maybe as it was closing or something, but you can never tell. Did he go through? I don't think he even went through. Yeah, he didn't go through. This is why this trick is annoying and inconsistent and stuff. I may have been able to show it off working decently before, but it's not always that way. Like, I heard a door, but for all I know, that door was the back door. So let's try again. Still no goodness. I think I'm not waiting quite enough time. Oh, man, nice. So, remember, the point of showing this all at once isn't really to show off a good time in general, but to show off the individual times. So, 4, 5, okay. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I know it worked, so I'm just going to put a save, because I know this guy's popping out. But yes, many runs, until you get decent at it, a lot of runs can just kind of die off here. As unfortunate as that is. And sometimes you gotta wait for him. Come on, I know other guys woke up. One more. So, sometimes you're in really bad shape at this point. So, in we go. Now, a good time for this level is around 50 seconds. That was a bad time, very bad time. Go ahead to this right area, grab the key, shoot this guy late to ignore the zombies mostly. Worry about the other dudes. Oh, there's a guy right behind me. Okay. 7 enemies to worry about here. Whoa, I am low on ammo. Okay. Phew. Now, there's ammo on this side, which is why I like to kind of take a full run around. Yeah. But we don't have good ammo. That's a bit worrying. I'm actually going to grab this ammo. But generally a good time for this level is... Let's see what we got. I would say more like 30s to low 30s, so... Gotta go for those strafe running strategies, tactics, whatever. So try to be a little conservative on these guys if you're low, because you need to deal with all of these guys. And you probably want to use your chain gun on them, so... Okay, well that was kind of lucky. Now that we're really low on ammo, we're definitely going to want to grab the ammo in this room. So, oops, let's do that. Great. And on to the next area. So I like to look to the left so I can shoot these guys and then open the secret. And then we take care of these ones. Okay, so he opened the door, which is actually good. So it makes it a little bit faster to deal with this section, because they've already woken up ahead of time. I'm looking okay, but just for the sake of this particular run, I'm just going to go ahead and grab it anyway. So sometimes be aware that there might be an SS there if you had to grab the extra ammo in the red room. So, final area. This shouldn't be a problem, but I'm just going to be safe. Okay. And then grab the ammo as you go. Maybe while you hit that. Under a minute is good time for that level. So, shoot the first 3. Run over, grab the stuff. Actually trying to remember what a good time for this level is. I believe, well, let's see what I end up getting and see if it's close to what I'm expecting. So yeah, remember this maze part. I'm not going to try to explain it too much. Just remember it's a maze part. So be aware. Just take the right, squiggly. Go ahead, grab the key. Don't shoot the guy. Don't shoot the guy. Ow. Is he here? Nope. Alright. I was that bad. And then make our way back. Straight on through to the blue area. Kill the 4 guys out here. If you're low, grab that door. Gosh, get that ammo. Otherwise, just clear on through. Come on. Kill the dudes. Elevator on the left, not in front of you. Alright. So yeah, 50 seconds is actually a better time in this level. Now, this level, if you're super fast. And you should be. 4 seconds is the lowest you can get. 5 or 6 is okay. You're generally not going to lose that much time on that level. So try to manipulate the guard. We got him. Okay. So try to wait for one of them to pop through so that they'll hold the door open. Ow. Dang it. Wolf 3D, you're so merciless. Alright. I hope that worked out. Okay, there we go. If you hear the extra guys start shooting, that's your cue to know. Otherwise, just wait a little bit. If you messed it up, I mean, you messed it up, so not much to do there. Okay, so I'm just going to save it because this part's annoying. Okay, great. Got it. Good. And we're going. Pop your head in just a little bit. Wake them up. There's 6 guys, just to be aware. And enter the level. You actually want to be going for a mid to low 20 for a good time in that level. And for this last one, obviously, we don't have any timer, but I also, if you have good ammo, just try to kill the first 2 zombies just to deal with them. The closer ones aren't, the 2 that pop through the door aren't those, so whatever. One more? Yeah. If you're feeling like you want to go fast, just try to pop through, and you'll know they're on the left, so. And now kill scabs. Try your best to be fast with them. Holy, okay, I got a bit sidewinded there. Now, another thing to note is that there is a bit of boss manipulation. This guy will try to go away from you. Ah, dang it. Bad motions, bad motions. Whatever. You can manipulate him a bit. He'll try to go backwards and to the sides more than he will try to go directly in front of you. Ow. I think there's one more. Yep. I could just count. This isn't even a bad amount of health to start scabs on. I'm just playing poorly. Come on. Or getting unlucky. I mean, hard to know the difference in this game, honestly. Sometimes. Alright, so there's 3 more. Yep, 4 more, sorry. I guess I didn't kill the first one, yeah. The first pair, that is. So you can, like I said, manipulate him to get him to certain areas if you want. Ideally, and what the segmented run tries to do is keep him in the corner. And I agree with that generally, because getting him closer to this section is kind of annoying. Now, well, I could take the hit. We'll take this hit, in fact. That, by the way, was really nice of him. And as usual, time stops with the fade. But, or, well, either with the fade or when you stop attacking. I forget the difference. If it comes really that close down to it, you know, just agree on what the time point is. But okay, so that's the end of that run. A good run will actually be probably under 5 minutes before you get to scabs, and then scabs usually takes probably close to a minute in technical in-game time. But for good times of this run, you're looking in the 6 minute, right around hovering at 6 minutes for RTA. So it's pretty tough to get that, especially because one of the biggest chunks of time loss can potentially show up from the boss itself. So, but otherwise, you got level 3 to worry about. You got level 6 to worry about. The rest is just kind of practice makes perfect. So, well, and level 7. Level 7's a bit of an RNG too. But okay, great. So, thank you for watching Episode 2, Operation Eisenfaust of Wolfenstein 3D. Playing the game as fast as possible on the hardest difficulty. I am Death Incarnate. I am Captain Clever, and hopefully this was informative and instructive. If you have any questions about what I did and stuff, feel free to ask in the comments, or just try to contact me. If it's something that's a little more advanced that I can't explain in a comment, feel free to just... well, I will feel free to go ahead and make a short video describing it. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and have a good one.